to me because I think this is, you know, how we're gonna complete our set. What we're looking at is our 2-piece fry pan set. You get the universal lid, which goes between the 2 sizes, your 10-inch fry pan and your 12-inch fry pan. This is Granitech non-stick interior, so the cleanup is a breeze. It is forged aluminum construction, which is even heat distribution. You have cool to the touch handles that are rubberized. Here we're showing you that incredible technology and how beautiful the pans are. But at the same time, what you're looking at right there is going to be your sizzle sensor technology. Because I know you're looking at that going, what is that? Did you see how it was black? When it comes to the highest temperature, it will turn red to let you know it is hot enough to start searing a steak, to start doing hamburgers. If you want to do any types of fish and you want to get a nice sear, well, probably not fish, more of steak or hamburgers.
Absolutely.
But that's perfect to be able to do that. And that's really cool. A lot of us love that, especially a lot of us aren't, you know, at home, professional chefs.
Of course.
We don't know when the temperature's hot enough.
Again, all recipes, all designed so that all of you can be a great home cook by things being made easier.
Right.
So we obviously just swapped out our last set of pots for this. So these are still heating up. This is black. That tells me it is not ready yet. When this gets, and I'll turn it up a little bit, to 260 degrees, my black turns red because that is my sizzle sensor right there. Now, why 260? Because that is the temperature that protein does the best at, that seals in the juices, that does a good sear on the outside of my pan, okay? So we've started searing these already. But again, I'm not to the temperature where I'm gonna get the best sear. So I'm gonna continue to keep an eye on that before I know that my protein is doing what it's supposed to do. But I like the fact that these pans do the work for you. Have you ever been in a kitchen, or maybe, I don't know how you were taught to cook, where you took a drop of water and threw it on the pan and waited for it to bounce?
I didn't.
Okay, even grosser. I grew up in a household where you kind of went like that with just a tiny little piece of spit on the pan, and when it sizzled and danced, not like a big spit, but that's how you check to see if there's a sizzle. The water dances. I've totally mortified Robin.
Oh my God.
Old-fashioned way of cooking. I know somebody out there is agreeing with me. See, it's the old-fashioned way.
I love you anyway.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's the old-fashioned way of cooking. But anyway, you have to have things at the right temperature. So as these start to come to temperature, we will see our sizzle sensor change. I'm going to fry you an egg, but I'll be honest, I'm not going to do it until I see my pans come to temperature, because I want to know that I'm getting to the right thing. Now, when we do our pans, look at the nonstick on this. Look at how easily everything is sliding around. That is what the nonstick is. This is a special proprietary nonstick called Granitech. So as a result, you can see that, you know, I'm certainly not dealing with any sticking whatsoever on any of this. We continue to see that things all plate right off of this, and the steak cuts cool handle. Do you see the difference? I can grab that. Okay, look what I have here. I have a pan coming to temperature. Do you see that? See how that was
black, now it's red. That's awesome.
That is so this pan still working on coming to temperature is black. This pan over here has come to temperature and is red. There's my difference.
And you know what, I failed to mention, I thought it was just orange. I thought gray had sold out. I do apologize. So gray and orange are available. So orange is the most limited, but I thought we only had one choice. My bad, I'm sorry.
And
so
look at
orange
this.
and gray, you just simply choose. And then don't forget, there you can see, because it's brought to the temperature,
it's going right as it is.
It's perfection.
I love it.
And you don't have to worry about it sticking. Don't forget, you're going to get your all-time faves, All Recipes magazine coming included. So you're going to get that. That has tons of great recipes inside here. That's fantastic. And you're also getting 1-year subscription with your All Recipe cookware purchase. That is going to be 6 issues. And that's going to inspire you, deliver delicious meals. And we all get stuck cooking the same thing again and again.
Absolutely.
And this is such a smart way, and especially online on all recipes, to get inspired that way as well.
Well, and I think what is so great about this is it's every feature that just makes cooking a little bit easier. You know, if you put the egg into a pan that isn't hot yet, you end up sitting there and cooking the yolk more than the outside as you wait for it to heat. When I know this pan is at temperature because of my sizzle sensor, it's one less thing to worry about. I also need and love the high qualityness of many commercial grade cookwares, but you know, you usually have to use a pot holder on the side. So the fact that I am able to stand here and use the cool touch handles is an absolutely huge difference. I've got capacity. This is my 10-inch. I can easily throw 5, 6 eggs in there without any problem. In terms of my bigger plans, I'm able to put 3 ribeyes in there as that continues to work on sizzling.
Well, and don't you think, I personally feel fry pans are great to have in your house, whether you're doing an omelet, whether you're making eggs, you're doing breakfast, you're making grilled cheese for the kids, dinner, you're doing steaks, you're doing, I mean, virtually anything you can do in these pans. And I think that's what a nice fry pan will do for you. The fact that these are as well, when you look at the fact that you can go into the oven, this is oven safe. The lids are oven safe to 350. The pans are oven safe up to 200.
Yep.
You're getting with the pans not only the universal lid. What did I do with the lid? Oh, right here. So you have the universal lid, which is so smart because this is, instead of having 10 million lids and taking up so much space, this one lid has the grooves to be able to go from your 10-inch. So you can go from your 10-inch to your 8-inch.
To your 10-inch.
Or to the 10 and 12.
10
to the 10 and 12.
And
you can go between the two.
With your grooves. So you see, not that I want to bake my eggs here, but I'm sealing in with the grooves on the 10, but just as easily, I can go right to the 12. And honestly, this is one thing we all love because lids are such a pain in your cabinet. We have found that this fits and seals on pretty much every other pan in my kitchen. So the lid itself, great workhorse.
Yes. Uh-oh. Okay, 600 left in orange. So 600 remaining in the orange. And then we have just a little bit more in the gray. There you can see that orange. And with that Granitech, that is non-stick. Nice and easy clean up. And you can put this on gas, on electric, on ceramic. 12-inch fry pan that you're going to be able to, even if you want to do pancakes in here, can you imagine what a breeze? You don't have to worry about them sticking. If you're frying up maybe some chicken strips or fajita strips for your kids to make fajitas, can you imagine how nice it will be? Look at the handle as well. I mean, the handle is rubberized, so you're gonna be able to hold on to it and it's not going to get hot when you're cooking. And then you can go right into the oven if you would like to be able to finish it off. So that is your 12-inch, and then you also have your 10-inch. You've got the lid coming included, plus your recipes as well, and you're getting the lowest price we've offered to date at 50% off. Plus, I don't know how many, Paul, how many are left in our 5-quart? How many are left in our 5-quart? So we had our 5-quart sauce, okay. So we'll check. Okay, so just about 100 of the 5-quart. So if you want to build your collection, look at how fantastic to really expand your collection. And for someone maybe who's moving into an apartment, getting a new place on their own for the very first time, or just starting out cooking, this is a perfect starter set.
Absolutely, because you're getting 2 great sizes of fry pans, but you're also getting enough space to make 3 steaks, to make a full breakfast. You mentioned pancakes. We'll go ahead and put those in here as well. That's ready to flip, I see. Oh, almost getting to my dry edges there. So it's teaching people, again, with that Allrecipes community, who may not have the comfort factor in the kitchen, that because of the nonstick, you're not gonna mess it up. Because of the sizzle sensor, you're gonna know that that pan is ready, and I can go ahead and put some grilled cheese on it. Pork chops searing well. And you know, it's hard to find nonstick that also does a good job searing. Right. And that is something I do like about that.
I think we need a bigger oven.
Yeah, we do. We'll careful. See how that one's come to temperature?
Yeah, oh my gosh, that's
here, I'll
awesome.
go ahead and put the grilled cheese on that one. Yeah, we're trying to put a lot of pans on here.
I know.
Because we want to cook a lot of food.
I'm just making sure, because that way, when it's on the whole thing, it will really be.
Yeah, there you go. It'll get up there for you.
Okay.
So what we're doing, though, is showing that when you have the information given to you, it makes it a lot easier to do the cooking. Look at the cheese here.
It really
Look at how that is not sticking at all. That is what's telling me that we are definitely dealing with non-stick cooking, because we are not, look at that pancake.
And at $29.95, so at 20, that's a big pancake.
That is a big pancake.
I'm gonna watch you flip that.
I bet you are. Well, I'm gonna get that other edge a little drier. But look at the color there. Look at that. Do you see that? That is coming right off. It is golden brown. It is gorgeous. That is what I'm looking for in cookware. You don't have to be scared to do it yourself.
Even heat conductivity. conductivity.
Definitely.
So you have that even heat conductivity, which is so important. You've got the 2 flexible payments of $14.98 to be able to get it at home. 490313 is your item number. The pans are made of aluminum. So you've got the aluminum with the rubber over the Bakelite handles. So it is lighter weight, but at the same time, you have the coated interior, and that is going to be with that granite. It's like, it almost looks like granite the way it's been, I guess texture.
It's not textured because it's smooth.
It's smooth.
You don't want to touch that.
Don't touch.
It is called Granite Tech, and that is because the pebbled look just does kind of remind us of granite. But what you need to know is that it is there to be non-stick for you. So we are looking at being able to make foods that we wouldn't be otherwise able to make. Oops, that one got a little too brown on there because I'm cooking at a hot temperature here. That's what my sizzle sensor is telling me, that everything is very hot. We call this inside out cheese because I want to show you, look at how easily that cheese scrapes off.
It does.
You know, absolutely yummy. So the thing is, when I make a mistake, when I burn cheese, I'm not scrubbing this pan. I'm going to show you right now how easily that all peels off.
Right.
So I like the fact that even though my kids would be complaining about the quality of the brown bread, that I don't have cleanup. If I accidentally simmer something and it sticks, which happens to all of us, you don't scrub, you don't have to worry about it.
I'm famous for getting distracted in the kitchen.
Are
and
you?
It's, oh my gosh. And it's, you know, it's one of those things, I think it happens to all of us, and then maybe something boils or it gets hardened, it's stuck onto the pan, and then the pan is trashed. How do you clean it? This is because of that Granitech, you can wipe it virtually clean. Normally we pour water in and show you like, oh, you need water and then wipe it. This you do not. I mean, the cleanup is a breeze. Even if you're doing quesadillas, look at what Stephanie is doing. I mean, I think because you're getting that 12-inch and you're getting the 10-inch fry pan, you're getting both. This cookware has a lifetime warranty. So lifetime warranty, over 500 already spoken for. This cookware, when you're investing in cookware, I mean, think about it. Normally you spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Today you're spending $29.95, plus you've got 2 flexible payments of $14.98 to be able to get it at home. Most cookware, most of the time, does not come with a lifetime warranty.
And it's the newest technology. You're getting the newest nonstick. Like I said, if you know that your cookware needs some updating, but you're not ready to commit to an entire set, this is a great way to get the new technology at home, to get the cool handles, to get the sizzle sensor, knowing that this pan is to temperature and ready to be cooked. And to know that I can wipe cheese out of this as easy as it can be. It is just a way to make you a successful home cook, and that's what Allrecipes is all about. Oh my gosh,
it's so true. I know we've got Concierge Collection coming up in maybe about 3 minutes, and this is the time when you're snowed in and it's cold. You need that wonderful down blanket that we've got coming up as our today's special. You don't want to miss out on that. Stay tuned. But then you're going to be cooking in the kitchen, right?
Absolutely.
You're going to want to be eating healthier in the new year.